Well, finally back at Volcano Bay. The previous update I kind of forgot, but also the only days I've had off in the last few weeks have been days when this has been closed. I was about to say, well, let's see if we can walk through this whole park and not see construction walls, but before I even started recording I can already see something. So is there anything else new here? Let's go find out. Well, here's something interesting. This is a round towel with whatever this is called. So it looks a little bit like a tablecloth, but it's actually a towel. $35 for this. I like the purple. Purple and blue, actually. Throw some green in there and ooh, hey, that's all three of my favorite colors. Didn't think you were going to escape Christmas 100% here at Volcano Bay, did you? Here is a Volcano Bay Christmas ornament. Christmas ornament for $19. For $8 you can get this magnet. It might not be new, but I don't remember it. It's kind of cool. There's also another magnet over here for $8. This shows you a few of the attractions. It's not all of them, it's just a few of them. Some of the more popular ones maybe. This is actually an area, but it reminds me somewhat of Halloween Horror Nights shirts with the different houses. So that's cool. One benefit of coming here on a very slow day, besides the low wait times, it's 2:35, and a lot of this park looks like it did when it first opened. There's not nearly as many people to track sand around and put chairs all over the place, so it looks nice. They do clean it constantly, but you know, it's a popular park for a good reason. Here are the obligatory construction walls. You might remember earlier this year, I believe, they were over here for this walkway, so you can walk all the way down without going through sand. Not sure what they're updating or repairing or enhancing here. Try to remember to come back and look again. Now, if you wondered why I didn't take any pictures this year in Volcano Bay for my annual My Universal Photos, it's because, well, it wasn't so warm, and also, honestly, I feel like the photos will look very similar to the ones I had last year, so I just didn't really bother. It's a little bit more of a trip to come out here as well, so maybe next year, I don't know. Also, for some reason, the secondary jets of water underneath these slides aren't running today. I wonder why. Well, I was thinking maybe I'll stop in Bamboo. I haven't had food here in a while. Well, it's going to be a while still because it's not open. Bamboo. Looks like the frogs are still here. They have survived. Some of you may remember that they had these frogs originally when the park opened, and they quickly broke and were gone for a while. But looks like they're doing all right. Surprising nobody, you still can't use the tube in this attraction, making it once cool, but never again. I wonder when these were painted. Unfortunately, the scoreboard that I predicted when this park opened never happened. So there's no way of knowing who won objectively. Not surprisingly, the feasting frog is not open today. Although being that the park has been closed quite often lately, or at least the days I've had off, I'm kind of surprised the park's open at all. It's not super cold out, but it's not that warmer than it was yesterday, and yesterday it was closed. It's a good day to be at Volcano Bay when you see Krakatoa right now. You can see it's practically a walk-on. However, Walk-Away Way is Walk-A Open, so I'll go in here. And of course, you can't see anything on that menu. A little better. Well, you know I have to have my food item of the video. So I like the jerk shrimp mac and cheese, but it's a little too much for me. So I'm gonna go with the Island Barbecue Chicken Pizza, unless they can reduce the heat on the jerk shrimp, but I'm sure it's already pre-made. Alright, well, I went with the jerk shrimp mac and cheese anyway, but because they were so slow, I was able to ask them. Unfortunately, you can't get the shrimp without the spices or with reduced spices, but you can see they put it on the side, and it's just a sweet tea. That's still pretty hot. before, if you like it spicy, it's great. It's just a little too intense for me. But it's a good flavor, so. See the dilemma there? So, off to something else. Well, I'm gonna eat, but for you, off to the next thing. So I'm gonna sit here and just watch Runamukka Reef, and Tiki Reef is in the background. So all these lockers are showing as green, meaning empty, but they are not open today. And if you're wondering, in case you missed it in a previous update, you can pay cash here for lockers. I showed you before that you can use a magic band for these tap points, but you can also use Apple Pay. I'm not going to show you my card information, but obviously it doesn't charge you anything, but it does work. Apparently my card from Andretti Indoor Karting and Games also works. Unfortunately, you don't get any tickets. Well, that's it. That's a short update from Volcano Bay, but ooh, I've got so many things to show you as well. Some new stuff in the parks that happened right after the previous update, and maybe I'll try to get to the Endless Summer Resort before the end of this video. I did show you guys this updated security thing last time, right? I think I did. But if not, here it is. It's definitely an improvement, but it's still intense. Back at Aventura Hotel, briefly. And if you're wondering, there is guest registration, or basically you can park for 20 minutes. If you need to run in, you don't have to park and then come down here. So the parking garage is right over there. It's not that far, but you know, still more convenient to be over here. Honestly, I don't remember these boards being on here on opening day, but I could be wrong. It happens. As I wait for exactly 4 o'clock for the for the Bar 17 Bistro to open, I realized that they have a new game out here. It's called Don't Trip on the Cable. I mean, it's an old school hockey game. Haven't seen one of these in a long time. Oh, and it's made by Ice. Cool. Looks like there's some lights up there too. That's pretty neat. It's $1 though. 4 quarters only. I don't have any quarters, so guess I'm not playing it. I also don't have anyone to play with, so you know, there's that. They even have a little fake camera shot set up. Foul. Up in the penalty box for this guy. They're not kidding. When they say it doesn't open until 4 o'clock, it does not open until 4 o'clock. I have a feeling maybe they switch it up there when they're ready. But it's 4 o'clock exactly, and then you still can't go to the 17th floor, so we'll see. As I stand here, it just suddenly switched. So I'm up here because I don't know if I'll have enough time to go over to the Endless Summer Resort today, being that it's already after 4 o'clock and it gets dark very early. Remember how I showed you very recently that the parking garage is going up? Ooh, I was wrong. It's actually not a parking garage. It's the building itself. And look how much has been done already. This was like a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago. But progress happening very quickly. And this is the one that doesn't open until 2020. Over here, this is opening next year. Wow. They can't build these fast enough, can they? And of course, in case you missed it somehow in the past, this is where Wet n Wild was, and this is the Wet n Wild parking lot. There's a lot of land here that just was not used, so they're going to be using it now. Oh, also, this iFly location that's been here for, oh, I don't know how long, probably a long time, quite a long time. There is a newer one that opened in iDrive, but I think they're going to demolish this one because it might be closed. I'm going to try to get over there later, but no guarantees. Well, we know those cranes off in the distance. We know what these cranes are for, but ooh, what's this crane for over here? Interesting. I don't know. So I believe it was maybe 1 or 2 days after I shot the previous update that I had come over and said that this is a facade, there's nothing in it. No, that's no longer true. I think it might have been a day after I posted it I found out that this opened as, well, I'll show you. Now this used to be some sort of store sponsored by Kodak back in the days when Kodak was still a thing. It has since then been sold off, and it's basically a shell of what it used to be. It's not the same company it was. But now you can get your picture taken in front of this screen and these backgrounds added. So it looks like you don't even need an attendant, you just scan your ticket like you do in the park. And there's a weather protected camera. Okay, stand here. And I forgot my card, but I just want to show you guys this. And it's all decorated with some old school movie props. Or, well, equipment, really, not props, but they're props now, I guess. This looks like Mole Richardson's. Yep, Mole Richardson's. They've been painted though, and not the Mole Richardson color. And film reels. I actually just saw some kid walking around with a point and shoot, or not even point and shoot, a one-time use film camera. Yeah, film in 2018. Love that there's a part of the park where it's always Halloween Horror Nights. Of course, this stuff is for sale. Do you want a chance in your life? It's only $3,000. Ooh. Torches. Oh, look at this little guy. Girl, it thing. $150. Actually, that's not too bad. I don't want it, but it's actually not too ridiculous given how much money some of the stuff costs. Now, you can see that some of the stuff in here is not Halloween Horror Nights related. Oh. Hold the phone. Wow, this really is old.
That first day that I was in
it's made in USA.
My friend, and you were just like, dude.
Nobody else is going to find this interesting, but I'm going to show you anyway. Up here, these sort of globes used to have moving lights in them that they never used. Well, just noticed this week the lights are gone, so interesting. Hey there. I mean, waffle on a stick still here. It's I guess people are starting to find it. I might have bought one, but I just had that meal at Volcano Bay, and I'm gonna get some hot butter beer. Ooh, spoilers. Now, the previous update I showed you this store, which recently opened, which you probably recall used to be one of the theaters for Ollivanders. But in that short time since the previous update, something else new has opened here at the Owl Post. And what can guests do here at the Owl Post?
So here you can get your Harry Potter merchandise with some exclusions, gift wraps, and anywhere in the continental US. Or you can get your cards, letters, and postcards postmarked to say they've been sent by Owl.
Ooh, neat. I know that's large items, food items, things like that
Yep, and
cannot be shipped.
That have their own custom shipping.
Ah, all right, but most things. Cool. I believe this is the only place in Diagon Alley you can get the hot butter beer. Nope, this does not. The cold and frozen only. Now see, I was thinking this place wouldn't have it, but apparently it does. So let's go. Line's getting longer, hurry up. I'm always afraid walking through crowds with this because when they say it's hot butter beer, ooh, they're not kidding. It is hot, but it's expensive, but I think someone's smoking in here. Jeez, it is expensive, but ooh, it's so good. Again, it's not really cold out tonight, but it's only available for a short amount of time. It's a bit chilly, which what Floridians would call pleasant, but why not? Over here in World Expo, there's a spot that used to have tables and chairs For some reason they were removed. I'm not sure what that reason could be, but maybe they're getting new ones? Not sure. Seems like a big empty space here that doesn't need to be. I don't know. There's a designated entrance and exit for here, for the lockers. Now I believe I've mentioned this before, but these are the new lockers that you need to use your park admission to unlock. And unfortunately, the large lockers, which people such as myself use because I have a bag with my cameras in it, no longer free, which I am not happy about. But I have a feeling this is one of those things that there's going to be a lot of pushback at first, and then people just get used to it and just move on. The crane is here because Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Rat Barges is closed for 2 days for some renovation work. I trained all this for 2 days. Alright, it's just interesting to see what this looks like without water. And I still think it's going to be closed in January or February for a little bit longer than 2 days, but we'll have to see. But that's what this looks like without water. Interesting. Usually when this is closed, this whole area is closed. And over here for Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Rat Barges, there are the new style of lockers. Although you do not need a locker to go on this attraction, so if they charge you, that's alright. Wish I knew this was all drained because I would have come here when it wasn't so dark. Oh well, you can still see decently. If you've been to Universal Orlando recently and looked across to the Hard Rock, over to the Hard Rock Live, and noticed that the sign has been off, it was glitching out really badly, and it's now being replaced.